Shemai, how's it going? Right-o, let's get to it. Right, time for the fight, I suppose. It's time for our showdown against Luis. Are you ready? I'm sure as fuck not. Let's go.
Well, bit of a tricky situation. Can't exactly say I'm the tournament's official crier anymore, things being what they are.
Just gonna go for it anyway.
I mean, Sanctifex Forden and St. Rella are gone. Bluntly speaking, there is no tournament anymore. But like hell, if that's gonna stop me, as a lone citizen watching over the future of our country, you can look to me for the latest news on this upcoming fight.
God, you're such a G, Batlin.
Woo! Live free, crier! Fight the power! Very good. Let's begin, shall we? The Day of Judgment is here. The final fight between Luis, military paragon and one-man army, and the boy who claims to be the fallen prince. The entire continent's eyes are on this battle, folks, and only one of them's walking away. Let's see a show of true strength, worthy of our new king.
Your Highness, you can win! Give Luis the boot!
Count Luis! Kill that imposter!
It looks to me like Luis hasn't even bothered to show at the Royal Capital.
Wait. Maybe... No. Wait. No. Yeah, no, continue.
Well, there's no way he'd run away from this. Anytime now. Anytime.
So I just had like a quick thought about like how the prince was like, you know, born from the king's debauchery at a younger age. But maybe I'm that one. Maybe he is full Klima and he just has like they said something about it can happen in some of them. And maybe I was the one they were talking about and not the prince. Like maybe he is full, the prince is full Klima. No. Oh, maybe, no. We still look alike, so we probably have the same mother.
Whoa, over there! It's Luis's gauntlet runner! And so the leading candidate finally makes his appearance.
Luis.
The two titans of this race have finally come face to face. Let's introduce our candidates once again for this final bout. Our first candidate, Count Luis. Adopted son of a minor nobleman, he rose to fame on his incredible military merits, quelling domestic conflicts and almost becoming our nation's youngest general.
You're adopted?
Suspected of attacking His Highness, he was denounced and cast down, but his name has since been cleared, and now here he stands, closest to the throne. Then we have the Elden candidate, he who claims to be none other than His Highness, the Prince. Though his identity is uncertain, his strength is undeniable. Through his campaign, we've seen his team flourish, counting even the songstress Juna among them. The time has come to demonstrate his power. Will it be enough for this youth to take the throne?
I have to commend you. A lesser man would have run. This all began with the king's failings. He was an unworthy ruler, and his incompetence bred the chaos that followed. You, who claim to be the prince, what do you believe the people seek in their king?
Shit, you probably have all three, don't you?
The intellect to resolve everything.
Many would dismiss the idea, but resorting to force is never the answer.
Can intellect alone protect the people? In the end, words are nothing against power. Now let me ask you, my gathered people, what is it that makes a king?
Power! My Lord Louis, kill him now! Only the strong can rule!
I can't believe beautiful florist would do me like that.
Your Highness, show us your power!
Young candidate, have you or your party any final speeches before the duel?
We have only one thing to say. Wake up! Luis's fair world is barbaric. A land where the strong prey on the weak. He promises protection, but he is the very man who would see you slain. Hear this. Luis ordered my home destroyed by a human. Are we a land of animals? Or are we a nation united in the protection of the weak, in raising up our neighbors?
He's the type of man who will kill anyone who gets in his way. If you crown him king, I know the country will burn. Rella said as much.
People, do not let your hearts falter. I desire but one thing, a world without inequality. And I shall gladly offer my shield to all of those who follow this ideal.
Liar.
Those who do not, however, will be slain without mercy or regret. It could not be simpler.
If your equality means you will sacrifice the people who need help most, then I deny your world!
Tell him, Stroll.
So, you think you have the strength to protect the weak? Then prove to me these are more than empty words.
Right, let's go.
Come then, and act your part in this showdown. I have a new world to build, and you will die in its name.
The time has come. We're finishing this, here and now.
Nothing to steal.
Face me.
Okay,
Get to the vanguard!
but we can at
Ninja.
least...
Some darker arts.
Hey, that was pretty good.
There is no escape from me.
Burn!
Hey, we're hitting him pretty hard.
Here. Scour! There is no escape from me.
If I was right, he could pretty much ignore this shit, but I'll give it a crack.
Come, accept my challenge.
Audacity!
Hey!
Hulkenberg, you've got several ailments slowing you down.
Ninja! Rancor!
Mass dancer!
Maybe we can get him.
Raging fire!
Soul Hacker! Wind! Let justice prevail!
Do your thing.
Is that all?
I will annihilate you! Can you endure it? Come, accept my challenge.
Tactic.
I strike to kill!
Ooh, fuck me, that was pretty hard.
Hulkenberg, you've got several ailments slowing you down.
Now accept your fate!
But if we can make him miss...
You defy the rule of strength, then die by it.
Burn!
Soul Hacker! Scour! Observe the enemy with blade in hand! Strike me if you dare!
Oof, at least the defense can't get any lower.
Can you endure it? I strike to kill! Come, accept my challenge.
My strength. Hulkenberg, you've got several ailments slowing you down.
Okay, let's see if we can fix Hulkenberg real quick. I don't mind letting her go another turn without healing, but she needs to not be hit as hard.
That helped.
I'm obliged.
Behold this power.
Still happen.
Maybe I should heal her though.
We can do this.
I stand ready. Oh, power of heroes!
I'm amazed that. Why didn't it work last time then?
I will annihilate you! Can you endure it? Come, accept my challenge.
Audacity!
See.
Nice one, Captain.
Hell yeah.
Hulkenberg, you've got several ailments slowing you down.
There's no escape.
Oops, not that one.
Wind.
With blade in hand!
I see. It would appear you have the metal to defend your claims. Then I need not hold back either.
Oh my god.
Can you endure it? I strike to kill!
Nice one, Captain.
Nice.
Refuse to die yet!
Someone go him fast.
We got it. We got it. We're fine.
He's in real danger. He needs healing now.
Heisme, you're gonna heal everyone up. In fact, we have some food that can do even more than we can heal, right?
I'll use this!
I helped.
Thanks.
I'm obliged.
Watch me. You've got several
Raging
ailments
fire.
slowing you down.
I will fight with pride. Vida's power. Scour!
We settle this here.
You'll be right, Hulkenberg.
I will annihilate you! Can you endure it? I strike to kill! Come, accept my challenge!
My strength!
All under control.
You've got several ailments slowing you down.
Now accept your
Gotta do
fate.
this, reduces hit rate.
Don't underestimate me.
Well, I have a big heal, right?
No need to worry.
Thanks.
My thanks.
Thank you.
You defy the rule of strength, then die by it.
Wind!
There is no
Dark
escape
Knight.
from me.
I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop. This feels too easy.
Can you endure it? I strike to kill!
I see your game.
Dodge, Juna.
I strike to kill!
Hulkenberg, you've got
Ninja.
several ailments slowing you down. Behold this power. Burn!
Good! Very good. Yours is a worthy power, one untainted by petty tactics or cheap tricks. However,
Okay.
magnificent. You truly have become more powerful. But I would expect no less of a remnant of humankind. You're a survivor of a lost tribe, aren't you?
I thought so.
humankind?
Yeah, we were like like I said in the temple. We're like the old people, right?
Because he's elder, you would call him a monster.
You should know the truth by now. After all that time I allowed you to spend on that pagan island. History as told by the Sanctus Church is a fiction. No doubt you saw all the evidence of a truer history. One that told of ancient times where the land was ruled by a far different people.
You mean the legends according to the murals and ruins from the temple?
Yufa, don't humor him.
But if that war between gods truly did come to pass...
Gods? How droll. They may have governed all things with works far beyond ours, but they were no gods.
Fucking knew it.
They were an ancient tribe unlike any other race now lost. Wielders of true magic.
Not lost. I'm one.
The modern age saw them called Elder, shunned from our cities. But in their time, they were known as humankind.
I thought humans were those mad monsters. What are you trying to say now?
Yeah, so humans are elder then.
Luis, you dog.
Your lies will soil His Highness's name no longer.
You believe it false? What would I stand to gain from lies?
Elder are actually humankind? Why wouldn't I know that?
Why would you know that?
Hear me! His appearance as a boy is mere trickery. In truth, he is humankind. He is kin to the feral monstrosities that roam this land, leaving carnage in their wake.
He doesn't know when to give up. No one would believe this madness.
Does that little headband I wear kind of like keep me in boy shape?
No need to distress yourself. I'll show you the proof. You, boy, who call yourself the prince. You will be the cornerstone upon which my utopia is built.
Or is he gonna cut me open? There's gonna be like canaries like operating cogwheels like inside of that fucking big egg one.
Utopia?
What's happening?
What is him?
Witness the truth, good people. You would know the identity of your would-be prince. Here he is.
Am I big? Yo, I look cool.
The truth of the humans is laid bare.
I'm huge.
But another form of the Elder Tribe. Cast aside their guise with magic, and they reveal their true colors. He is no royalty, no boy, but a ruthless fiend intent on your throne.
It's not true. It has to be one of the Count's illusions.
What illusion? That's no prince. It's a monster. It'll kill us all. Run!
What has become of him?
It must be Luis's wicked magic. Yet, the aura of Magla, it's exactly like a human's.
He's not!
He's a human.
They wouldn't abandon me, would they?
Hey! Snap out of it! You have to stop this! Ah!
Has he driven me berserk? To anyone in need, was it too idealistic? Was it too naive to win? Was I too naive to win? Luis called it trickery, and even my very body.
Be not afraid, child. 'Tis not thy true self. 'Tis not thy true fate.
Who are you? What do you know about it?
In this moment, thy mind is disturbed, twisted by the power of that man. The time has come. Thou must face the truth deepest within thee.
What's that about?
The deepest truth?
Remember again thy true self, the purpose of thy birth.
My purpose. That's right, I took on a mission to save the prince. So, when I was saying before how I'm like the most human-shaped human, I thought that was just like how I was. I didn't think it was like a guise or like magic to kind of keep me in that shape. I just thought that like I was just I just came out like came out normal, if that makes sense.
An ideal world. Even if reality crushes everything I believe in, even if my ideals languish, I know I can trust you to see them through. It's always been that way. Whenever my life's been the hardest, you are always there to help me through it. After all, you're mine.
Brother. Oh,
Wake up! Wake up! Hey!
Stroll's gonna have feelings about this. At least everyone else is getting close to me, but I don't like the distance that Stroll's at. I had a strange dream.
I had a strange dream.
You seem coherent at least. We saw you take on a terrible, monstrous form. We knew not what to do.
Oh man, Stroll's got them bundled ass fucking Arthur fist ready to go. He's pissed.
You had vast reserves of magic poured into you. It was eating away at your body and mind, but I've managed to suppress it. He may be back with us, but without rest, he will surely succumb to the spell. I don't know if he can withstand the same magic a second time.
I will not let you die.
At least everyone's here for me. I know about Stroll, but everyone else is at least.
It would appear the throne is now mine in every sense. None remain to oppose me. Your vengeance is at hand. Will you not finally slay the monster and avenge your people?
You're the monster, Louise.
Shut up!
Unfortunately, the prince is finished either way. Both this imposter and the true prince at death's door, deep in the woods.
The true prince? You bastard! What have you done?
Bloody hell! Is that why he called us here? It was all just a bloody distraction!
Your part in this has ended. Go where you wish, but I advise you run fast if you would outpace your hunters.
Seize the monster! I don't care if you have to kill it!
That wasn't very, like, militaristic. You just threw a rock at me?
Attention now. This looks dire. How could you deceive us?
I knew all along that filthy lowborn was hiding something. Monster!
We retreat to our gauntlet runner. We must find him safe haven to rest.
It won't be long until the entire kingdom hears of this mess. We've no safe haven left.
I guess we'll just have to go straight to the prince.
Gallica, we've only got one option now. I'm worried about the prince too. I know. We'll head to my home, and the prince's refuge. The Elden Sanctum.
Can we teleport right there, because we've been there before? Ooh. 513. That's not as bad as I thought. Aether's supporters have begun to drastically decline in number, but I'm still in the top 500?
Count Luis has saved the country! He has driven off the human who sought to usurp it!
Count Luis is our true savior.
Sounds like we've got our next king, then.
Might as well fall in with him. He'll keep us safe from any humans at the very least.
They'll be all right, won't they? That boy is no monster. I'm sure they'll be fine.
Luis! What the hell did he do? Stay safe out there, boy.
The flow of that evil Magla was surely born from Luis's magic. What a terrifying force.
I'll remember that sight for the rest of my days. But he hasn't got you beat yet, my friend. You can't tell me the fight's over.
God damn, it's plummeting ever more. Aid for supporters are continuing to decline. Of course, it's spreading around the fucking world, isn't it?
Why?
How did this happen? Anyhow, there's no time to waste. Let's set course for the ancient Elden Sanctum. Don't lose hope, Aether. Strutted stroll come?
It was more of a defeat than it was a departure. They board the Gauntlet Runner and rush from the capital, as though hiding from the shrieking animosity of the masses. What more can they endure? There is no light to be seen.
A hiding place for the Elder Tribe. Wonders never cease.
We can marvel at it later. The mirror hasn't shown me anything for a while. I can't even see the room now, let alone the prince. No. Just after we'd finally resolved the curse, too.
Luis's final words trouble me. We must hurry on.
At first glance, it is a simple forest, deep as any other. But the observant may sense that every tree in its formation is ancient and grand, bathed in mystical serenity. The name of this place is familiar only to the few who grasp the truth. The ancient Elden Sanctum.
Can you walk, lad?
That's a relief. Seems like the rest on the ride here did him some good.
Poor chap's even got me worried. I'll shuffle along too.
Oh, you're coming along with us, Nearest?
Hey. I reacted poorly when you were turned into that thing. I apologize.
Oh, Stroll.
My mind just went blank. For a moment, I doubted you. Forgive me. I should have recognized Luis's drivel for what it was.
I don't think it was entirely drivel. I think it might be the real deal.
I don't blame you. It certainly caught me by surprise.
And here's hoping there can be no surprises worse than that.
But what a sea of trees. If we get lost in here, we're never getting out.
But Gallica surely knows the way, right?
I can sense a special barrier in place. Meant to deliberately lead people astray, too. A perfect place to hide.
Gallica, how fares His Highness? Does the Farsight mirror yield any news?
No. I checked a bunch of times in the Gauntlet Runner. I'm not seeing anything. I'm worried.
Hurry and lead the way.
Right. Everyone stay close so we don't get separated. The village is this way.
I'm worried about the prince. His life is in our hands. He believes in a world where people can make their own future, just like you. He's the only one who can see that dream become reality. It seemed that when I turned into the human, it seemed like I was straight up just berserk. I wouldn't have yelled at Gallica like that. I wouldn't have roared. So it seems like I was enraged at the very least. It's pretty. Oh, those are the king's flowers.
This looks like... Who are you?
Are you alright?
Oh, this is where we met? My head's swimming. What is this place?
The royal flower? A surprise to see them blooming here.
Something about this place. Yes. The flow of Magla is strong here. It is much like the altar of the dragon god. The Magla in the air seems to be concentrated here. What is this place?
Gallica, something the matter? Your mind seems elsewhere.
Oh, sorry. I've got this weird feeling that something really important
happened here.
Yeah, Gallica, why can't you remember?
Anyway, let's keep moving.
So here you are at last.
I wonder who this mysterious shaded person is. So Zorba's hanging around. Is he gonna kind of... Is he gonna try... Is he... Oh, fuck. He's like trying to follow us in, isn't he? A swath of beautiful white flowers grown in clusters.
Why?
Before I left home, I never knew these flowers represented royalty. But what are they doing within the ancient sanctum? Oh, I can save here. Great trees, Nadir. How's this map look?
All right then.
Okay, so we're not in a combat zone. God damn, it's trashed.
How odd. This place is clearly in ruins, but it doesn't look like natural decay.
I assume it was from when it was destroyed by Forden.
It was burned to the ground. One day, a bunch of kingdom soldiers showed up out of the blue. Without so much as a reason. They made an inferno of the place.
But why? Why would His Majesty order such an atrocity?
Thinking back now, it may have been Forden who led the charge. I can't be certain. But if it was up to him, he would have done it just to purge the filthy Elda tribe.
Luis claimed that the Elden people were just another form of the humans. If he spoke true...
They're not. There's no way. Anyway, more than half of the villagers died in the fire. And those who survived were forced to hide in caves. That way everyone would think they were wiped out.
'Tis a shrewd ploy indeed, to hide in a place the enemy themselves saw destroyed. Yet, why did Alcest? No matter. His Highness is in this cave, correct?
Alcest is Grius, right?
Yes, over there.
Oh, that's not good.
That...
He draws no breath. Likely a stab in the back. I doubt he even had time to shout.
I recognize him. He was the associate of the first operative I came in contact with. He was a lot more skilled than those Sanctist warrior monks. But now...
Gallica, the cave is just ahead, yes?
Yes. It's past the woods, over there.
Then we move.
Oh, okay, so I need to get to the cave.
Like this.
This Magla that I'm sensing, I'm worried about the prince. We need to hurry over to the hideout on the lower level. So, I have no doubt this is Zorba's give. Oh, there we are. There's an insect emitting a strange light. I obtained a gold beetle, which I need to... I haven't handed in any of them. I'm probably going to get so many rewards. What was this? It's the dead body of a resistance operative. It looks as though he didn't have a chance to defend himself. Who would do such a thing? I'm wondering if it's fairies. A fairy. I think they'll feel a little alarmed. I think they'll feel a little alarmed if we all swarmed in on them as a big group like this. For now, let's leave them be and move on. But the fairies must have seen. No? Not even with Gallica here? More blood. And... a Ujief Gravedigger? A fairly old Ujief man. He seems to be working to lay a body to rest.
Russell? You're safe!
Huh? My word. Is that you, Gallica?
You were His Highness's tutor.
Hmm? I know but one red-tressed knight. Are you the royal guard? The Lady Hulkenberg? By the heavens. Then...
She's been helping us. Everyone here is a trusted ally. They've all fought to save the prince.
Alas. Oh, what a tragedy. If this reunion had only been a moment sooner.
He hasn't been killed, has he?
Russell, where is His Highness? What happened? Is His Highness safe?
A few days ago, those detestable cursed thorns finally faded. I cannot tell you how long I had waited to see them gone. It was truly a joy beyond words.
Did Zorba get him?
It happened before we could fathom it. A lone stranger, a loathsome figure came striding in. His Highness had only just regained consciousness since the curse's lifting. Yet, to protect us, he threw himself upon the assassin's blade.
No.
We were horror-struck. His Highness lay pierced through the heart, and we saw him breathe his last.
No, that can't be true.
The stranger was a master of magic. None could match him. Of the Resistance's numbers, only I remain.
Jesus Christ.
Who was responsible for this?
Has to be Zorba.
I don't know who the murderer was, but he cried his patron's name aloud as he did the deed. For Count Luis. From the moment he appeared, I believe his sole purpose was to kill His Highness. As soon as the lifelight left the prince's eyes, the stranger left, with only a smile.
An innocent boy. Twice tormented in the clutches of assassins. All because of the family he was born into.
Luis, there really is no evil you won't stoop to.
So what's our goal now? I mean, actually, never mind. Vengeance, obviously. Now we just have to kill Luis.
Please, Russell. Where is the prince?
Oh, is he in that box?
We've laid him in the prayer room for now, at the end of the cave. He rests just this way.
Oh, Zorba's not going to resurrect him and make us fight him, is he?
You're coming, aren't you, love?
Yeah, I got to.
I must go to him.
You're right. Maybe we'll find some way to help.
Ah, I'd heard a rumor that there was a boy candidate who claimed to be His Highness. So, that was you? 'Tis just as St. Rilla said. You're no scoundrel. Indeed, you risked life and livelihood to see His Highness restored. Strange. Something in you reminds me of His Highness.
Have we not met?
Something wrong?
No, it's nothing. Well, I will go before you to the prayer room. Once you are ready, you are free to join me.
Okay. Before I go to the prince, I think I'll help Russell lay this body to rest. That's probably a good idea. May as well give the man a hand.
You going to stay here?
You can't stay here, Hulkenberg. You have to go.
No. I must bear witness myself.
Oof. Alright. And Russell's gone inside. Okay. Let's go.
I'm a little worried.
I need to get to the prince as quickly as possible. The prince is in the prayer room on the lower level. I don't want to believe it, but we need to see him for ourselves.
It's nearly time.
For what? His voice.
Long have I waited.
For what? Are these elders? Round ears! They all have round ears and no horns or anything. These are real elder people. Elder youth. Frightened elder.
Hey, you.
Are you associated with the group that's been sheltering the prince? It's all because of them that another calamity has befallen us. No, shut the fuck up. Now I get closer to you. Are you Elder? I had heard that the prince was only Elder within the Resistance. I heard the prince was the only Elder in the Resistance. You heard that the prince was the only Elder in the Resistance. Me or him?
Pardon?
Hold on, did you really come here from the outside sanctum? What's going on? No, that can't be. Are you truly Elder? They don't know me. They should know me, right? You know how I was saying how I think more might be a split off of the prince? Of the king, sorry. Maybe we're not brothers. Maybe, like, I'm a split off of the prince? That would explain how they don't know me, but why would I look so weird, though? Maybe I am just a human, and maybe I'm not even Elder. Maybe I am just a... No.
The time has come.
These resistant members can keep on sacrificing themselves for all I care. It's not my problem. I guess that came out sounding a little cold. I suppose I can help carry the bodies away. There's too many for that old Yugi to handle on his own.
Sorry.
Seems everyone's already down in the cave's lower level. I'm sorry, I still can't believe what's happened.
What?
Right past this door here is the living quarters. Lady Gruadai made it strictly clear that it's not to be opened any other circumstances. You heard me. Hurry along now.
All was for this day. There is still time.
But who's talking to me? Gallica, is that really you? I was wondering where you'd gone off to. Oh, thank goodness you're safe. How are the others? The others? They're fine. It was just a bunch of people who died. More importantly, Gallica, we have to go gather petals from the forest patch in the forest.
Sure.
I'm sure maybe later, okay? I'm still on a mission, so now really isn't the time to... You've changed, Gallica. You've even started to talk like one of them. So weird.
What?
Huh? Are you trying to be a person? You're strange now. Oh, Gallica.
Follow that.
The prayer room is located further in. At the moment, it's been used to mourn those who are no longer with us. I pray you don't cause a disturbance. Okay. I think as soon as we press the A button, we're going to have a load of answers to questions that we've had. We've had theories, we've had what we think's going to happen, but I think we're finally going to have a definite answer to something. The prince is just ahead. Are you ready, Aether? Let's go. There's so many people in here. And a shop. Why is there a oh, is that him? That's him. Okay. A lot of people to chat with. The people who brought the prince to this village called themselves simply the Resistance. They feared a Mame would spread word of their existence. Their numbers have gradually dwindled, and after today's tragedy, Russell is all who remains. Hardly a resistance now.
Hey.
Russell, the prince is... Oh, Highness, for you to forfeit your life in order to save ours, it can only mean we have truly failed you. There can be no atonement, no penance, to match the magnitude of our failure.
Come off it.
I heard that the Elder are considered a sullied tribe to the outside world. Perhaps that's reflected in our current state of affairs. That child is royalty, yet his life has been defined by tragedy beyond anything that I have experienced. To think that there are those who would see such a child as no more than prey to be slain. To look upon a mere boy such as he and revile him, their souls are truly cursed.
Oh, it's
beyond here lies the altar of our secret history, the sanctuary which houses the true story of our people and world. Kindly refrain from making any loud noises, lest you startle the fairies. Later. We'll go in later. Ah, you're from the outside, aren't you? Hi, mind telling me what's going on right now? Nobody will tell me anything. They'll just say, don't leave the house. I know the fires were scary, but it's all too much to be holed up like this. I, for one, have no intention of spending my life running between caves and forests. Gallica, is that you? Wow, long time no see. Wow, Gallica, the funniest stuff happened while you were gone. Your friend totally fell into a pond. It was hilarious, and then get this. Are you busy or something? You look tired. We should talk more later though, okay? Oh right, your friend is further in. I think you're late. These fairies just don't seem to have a grasp on any other form of life for themselves. They just seem to be like living their best lives, but like, so Gallica really is kind of a standout.
Hello.
Beyond this door is a place the organization has been using as a hideout. Or should I say, it was beyond this door. Other than the elderly Russell, the rest of them are. Perhaps we brought this on ourselves, but still, it's all so dreadful. The truth is, during the attack, I crossed paths with the assailant. He walked right past me on the stairs outside. At the time, the only thing that struck me was unusual garb. Otherwise, he walked by so casually. It seems nothing was amiss. It was only afterwards that I found out he had just massacred all those people. I tremble, even now just thinking about it. He left the rest of us alive? Did he leave the rest of us alive so that Luis could turn us all into... That must be it. If Luis can turn us into fucking humans and have us go on rampages, everyone here is essentially a potential human for Luis to use. Which must mean that Luis intends to come here and turn everyone here into humans.
Now what am I to do?
Quite a state our village is in right now, so if there's anything you need, now's the time.
Hello.
Stocking rarities from outside the village is my job. Isolation or not, we're far from self-sufficient without the outside world. We do have some understanding of the goings-on out there. Old Russell listens very intently to whatever I report. I spent so much money, I can't buy anything now. Wow, this man-child woke up after a long nap and then went right back to sleep. You've got it wrong, he's not sleeping. Why'd you look so sad? In fact, why is everyone so sad? Just play for a little bit and you'll cheer right up. When this person wakes up, we should play together. So they just don't understand at all. It's not that they're callous, they just don't get it. Do fairies not die? Have I spoken to this one already? Okay, yeah. To be completely honest, there are those within the sanctum who think ill of both His Highness and the Resistance. But life is priceless, for him to have died in such a way at so tender an age. Let us pray, so that such tragedy is never repeated. Offer your prayers not to any idol, but to the God that dwells within.
This way.
No.
He really is just dead.
Your Highness.
No. Now that I think about it, maybe I'm not like Moore and I've been split off from him, because that would only really make sense if they split me off from him, you know, after he was already put in there. There's really been no reason to split me off before he was cursed, so I don't think that's right.
Why?
I didn't realize surprise anyone still remained to weep over this child. Huh? Gallica! You've returned!
Milady Gruade. It's been a long time.
May I ask who this is?
She is the chiefess of this village. The Hermitess Gruade.
She was kind enough to shelter the entire organization when His Highness fled to these woods.
I can't believe he's gone. I'm just some parapus orphan from the slums. I was never supposed to outlive any prince. Was he killed here?
No. It all happened in the bunk room in the back. We moved him here to the altar once all was quiet. I don't know if you'd believe me, but I received a revelation. Should the prince die, his body should be kept safe and still here until the rightful day comes.
Hearing her voice, I obviously this entire time the main character Aether, yeah, I know it's not Aether, but that's just what we wind up calling him. But his American accent has been quite jarring to me because everyone else is from has like a vague European accent, mainly British. We've got like a Scouser, we've got an Irish lady. I'm still kind of on the fence between what like kind of accent that Eutha has. Sometimes she sounds Welsh, other times she doesn't. Well, maybe not Eutha. Eutha doesn't sound that Welsh. Well, I'd say she doesn't sound Welsh at all. But some of the other Mastari do. I don't know what kind of accent Heisme has actually, but everyone's from Europe at least. Like the people in Altaberry were German, I think. But the Elder just seemed to be American, so seemed to have American accents. So I guess that makes I guess it was a conscious choice.
Even if the boy is but a bastard sired by that despicable man, he is still Her Majesty's son.
Despicable? What, you mean the king? Wait, who's Her Majesty?
Do you know nothing of the child's mother?
No.
The boy was not brought across borders to us. He was born here, in the ancient sanctum. His mother was our past chiefess, the queen of our elder tribe. She was a flower amidst the forests, a woman of such beauty, grace, and kindness. She saved this child from the flames, and it cost her her life.
So I guess when the prince went to, the castle, I guess they took with me because I'm his brother. Oh my goodness, we don't know the prince's name. Okay, is the prince's name Aether? Or is the prince's name like Gwythe?
Her death is on that man's hands. Like a piper, he wandered in and seduced the young queen with his idealistic tales. But he failed to protect his family and died powerless. The village was only set ablaze because the boy was in the way of the Sanctus Church's designs on the throne. And that insipid king could do nothing to stop them. But you see, this boy, His Highness the Prince, looks so much like Her Majesty. And so... You there, boy. Are you perhaps... no, it can't be. And yet...
Will we twins?
Is something amiss, Milady Gruade? He is one of Gallica's allies. His loyalty stands with His Highness, and he has risked much in the prince's name.
But why would I be a secret son, you know?
Whoa! What's with the formal introduction? You were the one who gave us our orders in the first place.
Yeah, that too. What?
Hurry.
I hear the voice again coming from somewhere.
Hey, are you okay?
The time has come. Here thou camest to the end of thy journey. This secret place was home to thee.
Is that our mother?
Now, remember thy path thus far. Walk thy life's road and see it anew. I have been waiting for thee to overcome thy trials. Long have I waited for thy return. Know this, his life is not yet ended.
What do you mean?
It all started on that ill-fated day when the usurper thought to extinguish his light. Before he fades away, recount all thou hast seen and felt, all thou hast gained in thy journey's course.
I look now to the past, I see the roads I travelled on this journey.
Gallica and thee sought to take the head of Luis, but thy efforts came to naught. So, ye moved instead to join a tournament to decide the land's king.
Yeah, in the prince's name.
In the prince's name.
Though thy plan was reckless, thou didst win the trust of the people by the support of peers and subjects alike. Thus, thou didst declare thyself the prince.
Yeah, so we win.
It was all for victory.
And so they would accept him when he comes on the throne.
After overcoming many obstacles, thou didst finally lift the prince's curse. Yet by the cruel machinations of another, the young prince
is no longer with us.
Thy sole mission was to save the prince. Bereft of him, thou hast no further reason to live.
That's a grim thing to fucking say to me.
That's not true.
Yeah, everyone should be able to fucking live whatever they want. That's the whole fucking world we're fighting to build.
If the prince is dead, wert thy efforts all for naught?
His will lives on.
His will lives on.
Yeah, I'll take the throne then, and I'll build the fucking world that he was gonna make.
So thy resolve is yet unbroken. So be it. Thou hast earned the truth. He was consumed by the curse, and was taken by a deep, abiding slumber. Yet his soul remained alive.
I'm the prince, and I'm like a homunculus with his soul in it.
So from his earthly form, I extracted his soul, that he might travel the land in Odyssey. And thus, his stilled sands began to flow once more.
But wait, if I'm like a homunculus, how did we hang out together? And how did he stop the assassin here if our soul is here in me?
Thy journey hast taken thee far, and taught thee much. So now I ask thee, who art thou?
I'm Prince Aether.
I'm the prince's friend.
Is that truly thy role? Clear your mind and think. To name but a few, thy parents, memories of thy youth. Hast thou any recollection of where and how thy youngest years were spent? Yes. Thy memories begin the moment thou befriend the prince. Dost thou suspect the reason?
But we hung out, though.
I just don't remember.
That's the only part of this I don't get. We hung out. We had memories of hanging out.
Then search thy mind. Thou knowest the truth in thy heart, surely. Thou hast nothing. Thou art a being of mine own creation.
Then why am I a human?
'Twas Gallica alone who the Resistance laid their hopes upon all those days past. Thy life had yet to begin.
So, the prince didn't have a friendship with me. The prince had a friendship with Gallica?
All thou hadst, all that had been bestowed, was a memory. Thy mission to save the prince. Thy memories of youth in the prince's company, and the void enshrouding all else in thy past. All signs of thy conjured existence.
So that must be what Moore is then as well, then. He's a homunculus with the king's soul in it.
I have nothing?
Nay, the words of the prince in thy memory are unmistakably of his true heart. The memories gained on thy journey, the friendships made, the trust forged. These true things art thine own. All thy trials, all thy experiences wert to prepare thee for this day, to share the strength thou hast gained with thy other self.
Am I about to pour, like, all of my life energy into the prince? I guess me? Am I going to be playing as the prince now? My other self?
My other self?
Trust and friendship I've gained have been there to support me. But if they know I came from nothing, that I am nothing, would people have stood by me, believed in me? I don't think you have to worry about that. Even knowing that, like, you turned into a human, or you are a human, or whatever the fuck I am, or you are. Like, Stroll's still here. I think if they could handle this, they can handle... If they can handle that, they can handle this. And the same goes for my desire to help anyone in need. How is it that I've touted such a laughably idealistic belief this long?
Accept the truth, and thou wilt face an ordeal beyond any you have yet faced. If thy desire is instead for freedom, thou mayest still abandon thy mission and end it here.
Sounds like the mission's still on.
Is that right?
I see. My true identity is...
So I bid thee answer my final question. Who art thou in truth?
I'm Prince Aether, motherfucker.
The prince.
What is this? I feel a curious resonance.
Could this be? But how? Impossible.
Hey, what's going on?
You know, on that last line, she did sound kind of Welsh a little bit. But who am I to judge someone for not sounding Welsh?
What awaits us now?
Ah, life is not yet lost. Thou wert born apart from the prince's flesh, born of his desire to change the world.
But who are you? It was always just him, huh? Oh, I was like the hero in his book.
In his stead didst thou travel the world. Thou didst support his heart, and became his living fantasy. That is thy true self. Thou art everything the prince sought to be, his ideal.
So I'm like his imaginary friend, and who he imagined whenever he read the fantasy book. Shit, man. Okay. Is he sick? He's sickly.
It all began with the novel in thy possession.
Or he was already withering.
Drawn by the divine relic, Magla coalesced into flesh, and flesh coalesced into form.
The book's a divine relic?
The form of an elder, as I once was.
I've had it. But Gallica?
The time hath come awaken, reborn anew. No more the prince's dream of utopia thou wouldst chase. Nay, but thine own.
Are we going to combine into one? Yo. I just did. Yeah, how are they gonna...
What? What is this?
What's happened?
Thou hast done well to guide him this far.
This voice. I'm sure I've heard it before.
Thy mind should now be clearing. Remember now thy true charge. He was never a member of the Resistance. The mission, the departure, was thine alone. And thereafter didst thou encounter him.
Who are you? Wait, what am I saying?
In those long ago days, he had just been born into this land. Newborn in form, if not in appearance. The boy needed a guide. Thus, I decided his memories would be thine. Thou wouldst share past and purpose.
Okay, I get it, but I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of fucked up. I assume Gallagher must have had a whole life here before that.
A memory so crafted to suit thee. My journey to the capital would not be made alone, but alongside him.
Unless Gallagher was already an agent.
No, that can't be. He was there when we got our orders.
I never thought I would have to ask this of you. But there are so few of us left now. There is no one else to turn to.
Oh, so it was just Gallagher. It was Gallagher's mission alone.
Will you infiltrate the military to deliver a message to our contact there? This is your mission. For all our sakes, you cannot fail.
It makes sense. You just use a fairy alone, right? That makes sense. She can sneak around so easily. She was sneaking around Luis's Skyrunner so easily.
No! But... I was alone?
By this choice, he might be saved. By these gentle, necessary lies, we could live to see this day, when our dearest wish is fulfilled. As he traveled alongside thee, he gained both strength and wisdom. It is only by thy efforts that my voice reached him. He has now been saved. And so, the journey ends here. Thou hast fulfilled thy mission admirably.
What? Wait just a minute. What do you mean, it ends here?
From here on, thy path is thy own. Choose thy own future for thyself, and may the fates smile on thy journey.
Well, that's all Gallagher gets. It's like, thanks very much, there's the fucking door. I don't think I like this fucking lady.
How do we make sense of this?
Is it really you? How... I mean, how do you feel?
I feel a bit... lighter.
Oh, it's... Ew! Ew! I don't like the accent. I don't like the accent.
There seems to be no doubt. He is still himself. But I also sense His Highness within him.
Everyone? I need to tell you something.
I don't like that his accent's changed. Oh, so I reacted...
Is...
I reacted really viscerally to that. That might have been a bit of an overreaction, but That just really caught me by surprise. Am I going to have to listen to him like that the entire time now?
So let me get this straight. You're saying it's not a matter of our captain and his highness joining together, but that the former was this disembodied entity sprung from the latter?
Then that's why he had no memories? 'Cause he didn't even exist?
I see. Finally, I understand the strange feeling I had sensed upon our meeting. What shaped you, so to speak, was the prince's will itself, a part of his consciousness. Yes, the prince's very heart. He was his soul given flesh. Perhaps the form we knew was one shaped by material magla, much like how the dragon god manifests beyond the vessel Drakadios.
A mass of magla with a will. Forget the dragon god. He may as well have been a dragon himself. Small wonder he awakened to an archetype before anyone else. It was no great aptitude for magic. He himself was composed of pure magla.
The self, as a manifestation of one's desires. Similar to archetypes. I suppose this is the very essence of magic.
You mean to say that it was not merely pretense to claim the prince's name? He truly was His Highness all along?
If that's true, this is finally your reunion with your sworn liege. Seems like cause for rejoicing, eh? Lady Hulkenberg of the Royal Guard.
But I failed to protect His Highness.
Looks like you did a pretty good job to me, Hulkenberg.
No. I am sure the strength of your devotion had a hand in saving him.
While all and sundry believed the lad had shuffled off, you alone kept the faith, milady. And in the end, that faith was rewarded.
Fate was changed.
Are you really His Royal Highness the Prince? Please, please forgive me, Your Highness. I failed you when you needed me most.
You didn't fail us, you got us here.
And more, despite being a member of your royal guard, I did not recognize Your Highness at our meeting and showed you such insolence.
Actually, you've been there for me this whole time.
That's going to be a struggle to get used to.
He's right, you know. If we'd not met you, we'd certainly never have made it this far.
This time, I will protect you. Even should it cost me my very life. I swear to it.
Finally, we've done Grius proud. We've really done it.
By the way, what are we supposed to call you now? I mean, how would you prefer to be addressed, my lord?
You can just keep, calling me Captain.
He sounded... He had his old voice there, though.
No, Your Highness! With all respect, I must object.
But this is no time to be thick-headed, my girl. He's the one who gets to decide what we bally call him, so we'll listen to him, eh? What?
There we go, Neuros. That's my guy.
You, sir, should be begging His Highness for forgiveness on bended knee. You mangled the royal runner to your own whimsy, you lout!
And it got us here.
Well, that is. I mean, it was all dashed useful in the end, wasn't it? A bit of clemency, Your Highness.
So much for acting same as always.
It's beyond belief. Not just that a child who'd lain cold for years could come back to us, but through such extraordinary circumstances. After so long in the curse's thrall, he could not even open his eyes. He may as well have been a corpse. But all this time, he had been on his own journey. It was the boy's dearest wish. He spoke of a fantasy of traveling the world, meeting its people, seeing its truths. And without him even knowing, magic made it real. He is a child of Elden blood and Elden legacy. All these years he spent in the village, he has rested near the secret of true magic. Perhaps this is how it came to be.
His was a fantasy surpassing fantasy. It became more than a dream, but a self-possessed force acting of its own volition. And now, reunited, Prince and fantasy live anew.
A journey to discover and reclaim the self, in all senses. No wonder he set off the custom igniter in the Royal Gauntlet Runner. It was the Crown Prince himself.
Even having it all explained like this, it feels like nothing short of a miracle.
I can only guess that fate had a hand in it.
That's right. I remember. I heard a voice. Guide him, it said.
A voice? Whose?
If you can't remember anything from before our journey, then we probably met after you'd only just... happened, right?
I guess so.
I shouldn't have known you then. But for some reason, I was convinced that we'd always been together. I thought we both received the order to save the prince, too. Ever since the moment I heard that weird voice guiding me.
A voice? Lady Gruaday mentioned a revelation. Hold on, are we still being mystic and metaphorical, or was there an actual guide involved?
I know someone was guiding me. I just don't know who.
So a disembodied voice. Hang on. Come to think of it, that sounds a bit familiar for me too.
So they were all referring to the voice they heard when they unlocked their archetypes.
Hey, who do you think the voice belongs to? Any idea?
I don't actually know.
I have no idea.
Come to think of it, this place, the light coming in, they seem familiar.
Yeah, actually, this is the room you're in when you unlock the archetype.
I might say the same. When I first acquired this power, I had a vision of somewhere not unlike these grounds.
Does this mean that we've been guided as well?
Perhaps someone has been at your side unseen, watching over the course of your journey. I imagine all this comes as a great shock for you as well. But here you are, back in your rightful place. You have come to the end of your arduous journey and found new life. It is a life well won, grasped with your own two hands.
Chiefess Gruaday, we want to know everything. What is the truth behind your tribe, the Elder? We Mustari are also said to have inherited truths of the world before us. Histories hushed by sanctism. But this village, it is something altogether different. I myself feel a strange familiarity here. A lost haven underground, yet letting of the sky's light. Please, tell us, what is the Elder Tribe?
To know what we are, you must first know our history. Come to the altar room past the door. I'll wait for you there.
Okay. Shit, man.
Let's go.
Let's go further in and get the full story from Lady Gruaday.
What now?
I'm a little confused by how the voice changed briefly, but now he's got the default voice again.
Hey!
I am Russell. How could this be? His Highness, resurrected? 'Tis a most joyous turn of events. And of course, I dare say my heart needs a reprieve from all these sharp twists of fate. To think he'd been alive and well, residing in a body composed from magma particles. He furthered his goal by storing his mind within another vessel. 'Tis reminiscent of His Majesty's royal magic. Oh, finally. Oh, yeah, I guess you were right. I guess he doesn't have to wake up. Oh, finally awake, huh? I mean, come on, sleeping's great and all, but there's so much more fun stuff you could do while you're awake. You can collect pretty flower petals, go splash in the water. Super fun, right? Huh, yeah, look at that.
Come off it.
Well, I'll be. Am I correct in presuming that you are the prince now? Haven't heard of any elder boy joining the resistance ranks and going out on missions, so seeing you took me by surprise. Think you are the prince's other half. Ah, fate is a fickle one. How could this be? 'Tis truly a miracle. Lady Gruaday mentioned she caught wind of some manner of revelation. Could this be the late Queen's? So is that my mother then talking to us?
Oh, now this I can't believe!
There was a really bright light, and now there's a dead person who came back to life. After all the royalty from the outside... Are all the royalty from the outside world like you? The outside world sounds ridiculous.
All very nice.
Never before have I seen such incredible magic. Your Highness, as I understand it, you managed to thwart 2 separate attempts on your life, correct? We Elder are used to weathering our fair share of misfortune, and yet you've evidently faced so much worse.
Oh.
What in Evans? The dead prince is alive? Old Man Russell must be dumbfounded. If the rest of the resistance still lived, I wonder how they might have taken the news. Okay. For the time being, this is where we're going to end things, and it has been quite the eventful hour. I didn't think we'd have so much information in such a short period of time. But I guess I was half right. I wasn't fully right. I know it seemed like my revelations changed every 20 minutes, but I wasn't fully wrong, but I definitely wasn't fully right either. Okay.
What now?
Let's call it quits. Have a good one. Bye-bye.